It's time to uninstall Aim Labs and Kovacs because the best ever aim trainer in Fortnite has just come out. This is for players on any platform, so whether you're keyboard and mouse, controller or mobile, there's something in this map for you. If you play this map from 10 minutes to an hour every single day, you're absolutely going to see a drastic improvement on your aim like no other, and you're going to be beaming people in any single lobby. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a rundown of this entire map in Creator for you, and on top of that as well, being telling you the use case and the situations on when you want to use certain areas of this map. There's a lot going on, so let's jump right into it. So first thing you want to do here today is you want to load up your Fortnite, you want to change game mode, you want to go to item code, and you want to copy and paste the item code into it. Now this item code is going to be linked in the description and in the comments down below, and if you want to take this and just jump into it yourself, that's all well and good, but please subscribe and like the video. It really helps the channel grow. These do take a minute to make. So first things first, what you want to take note of is there's a few things going on in this map. First thing is you have this button here which takes you back to this lobby or the main menu area so you can go and play the other maps. And then the other thing you got as well is you have this controller icon. Simply what the controller icon means is that these maps have aim assist on them. So if you're on controller or you're on mobile and you want to use the maps that only have aim assist, those are the ones. But for most of the other circumstances, the ones without the control emoji are actually built for shotguns and stuff, so it doesn't really matter as much. We're going to start off in order today, and we're going to be doing the 1x1 aim duel map. All you have to do is shoot it, then you get to select your options. So this is the 1v1 duel map. I am going to be choosing a heavy shotgun because this is the gun I currently run. I highly recommend using the guns you currently use in the game. You can use the pump and stuff, but until we know that any of these guns are coming back next season, I'll just currently use current season guns as well. So just grab your standard loadout, and then you can select the settings for it. So I'm going to set a 1-minute timer because you're doing this for a video, and then select start. And right here you can tell that we're in a box with someone, and it's a 1v1 on a cone, and it is quite hard to navigate yourself in this box, and it is quite awkward, which I really do like because it's very reminiscent of how it feels in an actual game if someone ends up in your box. So you can really practice your shots in here. I prefer using SMG because someone rushes into my box, that's what I'll use. But also I like practicing the heavy because the heavy shotgun's a lot harder to hit your shots with, and you can just try and hip fire those shots. As you can see here, my aim is not great right now because this is my first game of the day. This is my first time tracking. I haven't played Fortnite in the past 24 hours, but if I played this at the start of every single day, if I wanted to improve my aim a little bit, it would take me a long way. And I actually think with the new season coming out, I'm going to be using this map like that. So we can go back to menu after doing that. Next thing we're going to be doing here today is the glide tracking. So the glider tracking map for this one is going to be someone in the air flying around, and you got to try and hit your shots on them. Do note for this map as well, when you reload, there's no reload sound, so it actually processes a little bit faster. But this is a great map if you really struggle hitting people in the air. Now what I recommend is you watch through this entire video and you try to learn what every little one of these maps does, and then once you get to a familiar part, okay, you know what like each of these like little titles means for every one of these game modes, to go in and practice what you're bad at. So me, for example, I'm really bad when people are gliding in the air. Like I just cannot hit them to save my life. I play super low sense. Find your problem areas and then try and improve based on that. You're going to get a lot better at the game. Access tracking fin. So this one, you have to hit this red pole as it kind of moves you around the map. This one's a really good one to practice your aim in. It does move you around quite fast, and in any real game circumstance, whether you're sliding or you have someone moving fast past you, or you have someone like with a chili, this is going to help you out a lot as well. I think any type of shooting that involves movement is going to benefit you a lot more than you think. And you can already see the ones that I'm noticing my problem areas on here today. So that's another way. If you don't like know what you're bad at in the game, something else you can do is you can play through all of these, and whichever ones you struggle most on, that's what you need to practice. Thank you guys for watching the video so far. We're not done with it yet, but this is a quick call to action. If you could please leave the video with a like rating and subscribe down below, I'd greatly appreciate it. I know people don't always have time to watch the videos completely all the way out, but they do take a while to make. Currently, for the people that watch my videos, less than 10% of people who watch them are subscribed. So if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. Trying to hit the goal of 1,000 subscribers at the moment, and also like it, that'd be great. Anyway, back to the video. High ground tracking. So this one is you're trying to hit someone who is bouncing around from one of these little areas, and the hardest part is you kind of got to flick to them and see where they are before they come out. So you can kind of do it based on a sound. So now reactive flicking is the next one here today. I'm going to be picking up the heavy shotgun because that's what I prefer. And this one, you got to try and like hit them twice. So you hit one and then try and hit two. So you hit one and then you move and you got to hit two. I think my problem areas are very clear. My problem areas is when I have to move fast and when I have to move far. All right, starting off at row number 2, we have aim duel arena ramps. So this one's a moving around one where you kind of got to track onto this bot here that's moving around on a ramp. And I feel like this is going to be a good one for me to practice as well. I feel like this is one that's going to be like that I'm going to try and get down pat the most, because I think my hip fire for my heavy shots, although at times it's good and it's better than a lot of other players, like I kind of struggle a lot too. Next we have bounce tracking. Do take note when Season 2 does start. I guarantee you this map will eventually get updated. This one's a great one actually. Say if you're set up in zone in arena and you have people like moving to zones, say if like bounce pads come back in or just a lot of people in different areas, pick up a lot of damage here and decrease the amount of storm surge. So now we're going to be moving to 6 targets, 180 degrees static. So because this is a static one and it's 6 targets, these are guns that like have really low recoil. So that's the reason why the MK7 is not here for hip fire. So you can use Salone's pulse rifle for this, but I always like to use stuff that's in the game. So if you can single fire your SMGs well enough, like I'd recommend doing that. If you really struggle to single fire your SMG, like you can lose Salone's rifle like this, because the hipfire for this gun was always dead on. Like there's no recoil at all for this gun. The hipfire for it was deadly. A lot of people missed out on that when this was back in the game. Reactive flick to track. This one you have to hit the shotgun shot and then you have to spray the SMG. Glider tracking, close range. So similar to the one before, but this one is going to be people gliding in front of your face pretty much. This one's a hard one for me. I think the glider ones are going to be like really good practice for me, because I always struggle to hit shots on people when they're gliding. So like my low sense is like really good for certain circumstances, but like not all circumstances. And I think people can say that for everything, because like a lot of people are really bad at like long range tap firing, which is something that like I'm really good at. But that's because of like low sense. Angel Arena flat. So this one's practicing your aim, but this one's going to be on a flat surface. And the great one about this one is it's got like self movement. So this will be a bit more of a relatable experience for a lot of people. Oh my, this map is going to make me the best heavy aimer in the world if I play this. AR tags, long range. So this one, you choose the timer and then you choose the distance for it. So I'm going to choose 1 minute timer and I'm going to choose 100 distance. And I'm going to press start. Now they are moving around in this, so it does make it like hard to like hit your shots. You know, more you practice, the better you get at it. 6 targets, but 360 static low ground, so similar to the one that we had before. So very similar, just like different distance. And this is what actually like most aim trainers are like. So if you play on controller, like this is why this is the best map. Because you can't like play Kovacs or aim labs on controller. Unless you're on a PC, you know? So if you're playing on like Xbox or PlayStation, like this map is really going to be for you, and even you mobile players out there as well. It's so well done, this map. This one's Smooth Bot. This one's about hitting those close range shots, but also like from any angle. Do note as well, for this one, you can move around in this one. You don't have to, not a necessity, but moving around in the maps that you can move around to simulate a little bit more like real game stuff is going to be a lot better for you. Orb Target Switch. So this one's about snapping to your targets. Now you can try hipfire this one if you think like that suits your playstyle better. But what I find is zooming in and out between them. And if they're close to each other, sometimes I don't zoom out. But if the distance like is a bit much for me, then I zoom out, because then the mouse movement in between for me is different. Alright, moving into our last row here today, Angel Arena low ground. This one's very similar to the other map we had before, but we're going to be low ground. We're going to be in between people here. For AR tracking long range. So this one is one where you get moved around a lot and you got to try and track the people. I think for the most part this season, whenever there's been a moving target, I've really actually struggled with the MK7. There we go, that's a little bit of improvement already. Revolving Tracking. This one's another one where it has to do with multiple settings. So we'll do the 1 minute timer and then you can choose spin, bounce or easy. And for this one, you get sent around a target and you got to try and hit that target while you're moving. Do note if you mess these up, you can always go back to the main little area there. Try not to jump during these levels too. Bounce variant of this. And the fin variant of this is the same as easy, but it's just a smaller target. So be very careful not to jump or move during these, because then you're going to end up messing up like the game's like internal mechanics. Oh, there's some good hits there. Bounce 360. I think I found a way that I like to do this one. So this is already going to help me out in games. So now if people were like close range to me, and I've got the heavy, I'm probably going to zoom in at this range compared to before I was kind of hip firing. I think that hip fire should try to keep for a little bit close range. And that's all of them. Look at that. Look at the amount of amazing different types of aim training you can do in this map. It's truly incredible. Do note the Season 2 Battle Pass of Fortnite is about to be coming out for Chapter 3. So if you guys could please use code Onyi, or if you want to support the creator of this map, it makes amazing other maps, you can check out his channel down below. It's Radar 464. I'm telling you, if you practice these maps a little bit every single day, you're going to improve a lot of the game. It doesn't have to be a lot. You can do 1 minute in each of the ones that you feel like you're struggling with each day, and you will improve a little bit. You can spend an hour in them, but I suggest not to try and burn yourself out, because if you burn yourself out, you're not going to be enjoying the game. It's going to be a lot harder. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd appreciate it if you could leave it a like, comment down below, and also subscribe. It really does help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. My name is Onyi. All of my links are down in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Goodbye.